Hi guys, I'm here to talk about how to get a job into a multinational company, which is an MNC. Okay, I'm getting a lot of questions, so I just thought of giving some directions. Before I go to that, I want to congratulate, batch 50 and 51 folks who have joined now. I mean, and are going through the training. So congratulations, guys, and people who have not been able to make it, I would recommend go ahead and check. There are a lot of video that I've uploaded. What are the other options that you guys have? Please don't get disappointed. This is just one of the options, and you have a lot of options further. For people who are there, in IMA or going through the training for various banking programs, I would recommend that continue to be very, very focused, learn a lot, work very hard. What I would recommend is, guys, I have a few suggestions that you need to be very, very focused on your training and get involved into it. Please ask questions while you are attending the trainings. That will make you involved. Okay, and to ask question, what you have to do is you have to prepare well before you go for the classes. That means you should make a habit that whenever the teacher is leaving the class, you should go and ask, hey, what is the next topic that you're going to teach us in the next class? And whenever the class is coming, before day, you should go ahead and go through the topic, make some basic understanding, have some questions, then go to the class, ask the questions the moment teacher starts. And whenever you are not getting able to understand, etc., please interrupt and then ask your questions, so that teacher will also feel more interested, plus you will get involved. All right, cool, guys. Now let's go to the main agenda, which is how to get into MNC. All right, so for the folks who are there getting training, as well as people who are working outside, want to join MNC, etc. So see, my first suggestion to you guys is uh, getting into MNC will not be pretty easy. Okay, so be clear in that mind that you have to work pretty hard, you have to build skills. Okay, so the first basic thing is that you have to prove your ability in your current role. So you are into whichever role, whichever organization that you're working into, have that attitude of that, give me anything, I will kill it. Okay, so regardless of whichever organization, whichever department that you're working into, you need to ensure that 2 to 3 years you're working pretty hard and being one of the top performers in those departments. Because see, there are 100 people getting different organization, different departments. Even within bank, some would be into, say, branch banking, some would be into corporate banking, some would be into NRI banking, some would be into processing centers, some would be into, say, currency management, currency centers. And then there are different other departments that you'll get into. Some will be into customer service, some will be into sales, insurance, various other parts are there. So depending upon where you are, you have to first prove your skill and develop there. Okay, now I have few suggestions. What you have to do is, first, while you work and build your skills during these 3 years, one thing that you have to continuously do is track market trend. Okay, so say I can suggest something today, but after 2 years, 3 years, when you try to imply that, may not be applicable, because the world is changing, technology is changing, demand is changing. Okay, so you have to be in track with the market. To do that, what you have to do is keep checking what kind of jobs are available in MNCs going on. You don't have to apply right now because you don't have skills, neither you have. I mean, it's the right time because you have to first learn it. For people who are almost 2 to 3 years may use this. Okay, so what you have to do is update your profile in naukri.com or kind of job portals. Okay, and you will keep getting alerts. Plus, wherever you are free, like one day in a weekend, you can just log in for 2 3 hours and just see what kind of jobs alerts you're getting basis your profile. If you are searching jobs in MNC with whatever kind of experience and education that you have, what kind of options is popping up, and see what are the requirements. From there, you'll understand, okay, this kind of skill set if I have, then I'm eligible for these kind of roles in the MNCs. Now that knowledge you'll have throughout, and you have to keep on updating it, because over time it'll keep changing. That's first point. Okay, now second point, how will you develop yourself? So when you are working, okay, you will be working into different departments, and my recommendation may not be very specific, so I'll give you a few directions. So say for example, you're working in branch. Now there is one department in which you can get into an MNC, which is a data related department, which is a which can be either reporting or could be data analytics. Okay, So you have to do two things. First, develop your skills, take some certification or trainings, and then when you have 2 3 years of experience where you have built skills, proven yourself, you can go ahead and then try in that specific skill set or domain in the MNCs. Now, say for example, you are into branch, so you can, what you can do is, if there are any possibilities, opportunities where you can develop some report, share with your seniors and all, you should start developing that, start sharing that. Even if it is not there, then start preparing from your end. Talk to your managers, your senior managers, cluster managers. Try to understand what are their requirements, and on that, what kind of report that you can build. You can just do basic Excel training, which can be like 1 week or 10 days, or online tutorials are available where you don't have to invest anything, and see if you are interested in that or not. And if you have interest, start building your skill sets. You start doing that, and if you find it interesting, then I would say is, you can go ahead for a good certification, which can be for 6 months or a year, on data analytics, data science, etc. Now, say after 2 years or 3 years, when you have performed well, you have done all this reporting, you have now thorough experience, you have certifications as well. Now, if you just update all these things in your profile in Naukri and all, you'll automatically start getting calls and pop-ups to apply, and then you can apply, and you'll see yourself to be as one of the eligible folks. Now, to crack that, because you will just be eligible, right? To crack that, you need to have that level of knowledge, which is extraordinary. Because if you have anything which is ordinary, moving from a domestic organization to an MNC would be challenging. So you need to remember, whatever you learn, whatever you perform, any kind of, even in your work, even in your training, you need to be extraordinarily trained. So when you are learning, uh, while you work, learn it from the from the very core, from the very in depth. You need to learn, so that your knowledge is of a level that if somebody asks you in that particular field, that tell me about say X functionality of a reporting, etc., and you should be able to deliver. So go very deep in that. Okay, say for example, other could be, say if you're into audit. So in audit also, there is a lot of opportunities in MNCs. Okay, so what you can do is, if there's any opportunity where there's things which are breaking, go ahead and check, and then create root cause analysis. Like that, you should see what are the opportunities where you can go ahead and look. Audit is not only on your accounts audit or your entire branch audit, that will be happening in your branches and all those things. But even if there are something breaking, you can go and check and investigate, right? Start doing that. Ask your manager, senior manager, cluster manager, what are the audit opportunities available where I can check into, and then if start investigating, checking, create a report, share it with your managers and all, and see what kind of response you're getting, and develop your skill towards auditing. Now, say for example, if you find that interesting, if you find or maybe in your process these are opportunities available, or whichever team that you're working into, then, and if you find it interesting, then what you have to do is, second is certification. Okay, so there are certifications like Six Sigma, green belt, black belt. If you do this, now you have certification, you have 2 3 years of experience developing that skills, and you have to be master of it. And then you'll automatically see, you'll start getting calls, or you can also apply, start getting pop-up on job portals, and then you'll see yourself easily you'll be able to crack MNC jobs. Okay, few more opportunities I'll tell you quickly where you can apply is, say, process improvement. Okay, so process improvement is not always like a product team can only do, a program team can only do. In whichever role that you are, you can also do. Like for example, if you see in a branch, people will come and will stand in the queue, right? You might think that why they will stand, they should sit, and then there is some token system which is being developed, right? You must be able to see now that people comes and then they just enter their account number or card number, and basis that they'll get some token number. Now on that also, you can create some classification that, hey, this is a premium customer, so they'll jump the queue, they'll become first. Even if five people are waiting, next token number would be announced for that person, because that's a premium customer. So these kind of improvements have been done over time. You also look into what kind of opportunities are there, like why a branch should open at 8 o'clock, why not at 9 o'clock, or maybe why at 9, why not at 8, why to be open till 8, why not to close at 6, or how to be open at till maybe 9, why not, why only till 8, etc. There are a lot of, I'm just not talking about the timing, there will be a lot of other gaps, etc. You should look into how you can fix those and improve the process. And say for example, if you're finding that interesting, then there are certifications that you can do it, like for example PMP, project management professionals. Okay, these, they will teach you how to reduce defects, how to improve a process, make it more refined, etc. And then say for example, if you have 2 3 years of experience where you have done a lot of improvements, you have also have a certification, then you see there is a lot of demand of this kind of profile in the market. You'll automatically start getting calls from different MNCs. Some other opportunities are also there. Say, for example, if you're into collections, there's a lot of opportunity in collections as well in the MNCs. There are receivables, account payables. You need to know in and out of all these details so that when you go for an interview in an MNC, nobody can reject you. Okay, so that level of learning you have to develop, and that can only be developed by proving yourself in your current role. They can be like, you can be in a loan related departments. So mortgage also has a lot of opportunities. JP Morgan Chase picks up people who have mortgage related knowledge, and there are a lot of other MNCs as well, like Infosys, TCS, a lot of other organizations. You can also do a lot of courses. Certifications are there with related to mortgage loan, etc. So if you find it interesting over time, you develop your knowledge, do certifications. Say, for example, if you're interested into investments, then again, start practicing, do investments, help people, then do certification if you're finding it interesting. Then investments also, there are companies like Goldman Sachs, there are a lot of other companies into investments. There is certifications like CFP, certified financial planner kind of stuff are there. Do those certifications, develop knowledge, and once you have combination of both, which is you are successful in your current role, you have developed your skill sets, and you have certifications as well which are relevant and in demand in the market, you will be able to clear any MNC job that you want to. So keep following these few directions, and I'm sure you guys will get your organizations that you wish to be into. Best of luck, guys.